Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is David, and welcome to this first video in what I plan to make a video series on my channel, where I talk about my absolute favorite game of all time, and one that I'm deeply passionate about, World of Warcraft. In the background right now, I don't have anything particular except some pre-recorded footage I've taken, just so that I can have something that you can see while you listen as well. My past runs very deep with WoW, and there is much I want to say about it. For a long time, I had thought about not even doing videos for it on my channel because I really thought it was oversaturated and that so many other people were doing it that there would be no chance that anybody would even come across my videos. However, after giving it some thought, I've actually decided that that doesn't matter. I want to do videos about this game because this game is rooted so deeply within me that I want to share some of my ideas, my thoughts, and my opinions about this game with others who might be interested in listening. So it is my goal that in this video series I will allow myself to be myself and allow others to really get to know me. I don't know what kind of views this video will get, and honestly that doesn't matter as much to me as just feeling like I would be amiss if I didn't do something to contribute to this wonderful community and this era of gaming in a bigger way. While there is absolutely nothing wrong with just sitting around and playing the game silently, I want my voice to be heard by others who might listen. As I've said before, I want to share my passions of gaming, and when it comes to gaming, I have no bigger passion or love than World of Warcraft, even if it can be a love or hate relationship from time to time. In this first video of the series, I want to talk about myself. I want to talk about just how I found WoW, and how in many ways this game saved me. For me, the year was 2006. I was newly married, and my wife and I were expecting a child. However, things did not go exactly as planned. Around the time that my son was born was also the time that my marriage ended, and not in the best of ways. I won't go into all the details of that, but suffice it to say I was in a very dark place. I had lost my home to foreclosure, I had lost vehicles to repossession, and I found myself living in a small apartment where, quite literally, the stove that I could cook with was within arm's reach of the bed I was sleeping on. And the only time I ever got to spend with my newborn son was far, few, and in between. My days usually consisted of me being alone in my apartment, going to work at approximately 10 p.m. at night, work until 5:30, 6 o'clock a.m., and every morning when I came home to a lonely, dark apartment, I would pour myself a drink, sit down in my recliner, and just drift away. It just so happened around this time a friend of mine came over one weekend. As him and I talked, we talked more about video games and how cool it was that now we were getting into the technology where we could play with our friends online in virtual worlds. This got me to thinking about an old copy of EverQuest I had sitting in my desk drawer. It's honestly kind of strange how I still had this copy of EverQuest because it was one that my mother had bought me for my birthday at least 10 years prior to this point. Anyway, I came home one morning, made myself my drink, sat down at my computer desk. At the time I was using a little laptop, not a whole lot of power to it, but it did the trick, and popped in the disc. After about 45 minutes of installation and it trying to download information, it come back with some kind of error message. To this day I cannot tell you what the error message was, but it made me throw my hands up in frustration, and I said forget it. But as I sat there frustrated, it got me thinking about another conversation a friend of mine and I had about World of Warcraft. So, www.worldofwarcraft.com was my next destination. And needless to say, long story short, that changed my life forever. That game at the time consumed me, and it honestly saved me. I was able to escape my miserable little life and head to another world where I could be somebody. And as many of us can relate, I made friends, I found a community, I found support groups, and I found those who helped me get through the dark times of my life. Today, 12 years have passed. I've met another wonderful woman and I am very happily married and have been for the past 8 years. My son, who was an infant at the time, is now 12 years old, watches me play WoW daily, is obsessed with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and as much of a gamer as I am. Throughout all this time, World of Warcraft has been like another member of the family. I have many other stories I want to talk about with this game. I have many opinions I want to speak about. I plan to do machinimas. I really want to bring more of this game to the forefront of who I am. I started my channel to help teach others about video games. I started my channel to do Let's Plays. I started my channel to do anything I could to share my passion for this wonderful art form with others. All the while, in the background, I have played World of Warcraft hours and hours on end. And while I have taken breaks from it in the past, I always return. It is a love that will be with me until the day that the servers go dark, or I do. World of Warcraft is something that is so close to my heart, I must share it with other people. And that is what I'm going to do from here forth on this channel. While you will get to find other videos on my channel, you will certainly find World of Warcraft going forward. For the longest time, I was afraid of doing World of Warcraft videos. I felt like I could not do the game justice. However, I have decided that I'm going to give it my all anyway, and add my voice to the masses. I sit here now speaking from a script I've written and from the heart, trying to combine all of what I want to say in a short enough video that others can understand. It may take time and it may take practice before I can fully bring my passion for this game to this media. But make no mistake, I will do it. And I hope you guys will enjoy watching, listening, and participating with me as I get to express my love for this wonderful game. How many times can I say wonderful in this video? Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Look forward to more, and I'll see you next time.